Hi everyone, I'm Ashok from ZyNerd. ZyNerd has been supporting NEET, UG and medical aspirants for over 10 years now in getting the best seat that they deserve and desire. We have been supporting them in terms of information guidance and counseling guidance, taking the best decisions with the right information being available at the right time for them. In this session, we'll be looking at general EWS certificates, basically certificates for economically weaker section, and we will be looking at the category of candidates who fall under economically weaker section, what is the criteria, and how to get the certificates, how to apply as EWS in the NEET UG exam form, and what are the documents required to get the certificates. We'll start with what EWS is. EWS is economically weaker section among the general category candidates who were earlier general category. Within that, around 10% of seats are reserved for economically weaker section candidates based on an eligibility criteria which is defined as per amendment in the constitution. Now this reservation is for seats of what we are going to discuss is for all India counselling. EWS reservation also exists in state counselling, but our current discussion is completely about all India counselling, basically the MBBS or BDS seats which are there in all India counselling through MCC, Medical Counselling Committee. There is 10% of reservation in a set of seats under all India counselling. So we look at what those seats are. These seats are basically seats of central nature, or those seats which follow a central reservation, state seats which are allotted through all India counselling which follow a central reservation. The quotas that have EWS reservation are one, all India quota. Every seat which is under all India quota has 10% seats reserved for EWS candidates. This includes the 15% state government seats which are surrendered to all India quota, 15% of ESI seats which are surrendered to all India quota, and 15% of central universities, DU, IP and university seats which are under all India quota. Now beyond this you have the open seats, right? AIMS has open seats, BHU has open seats and JIPMER has open seats. All these seats also follow a central reservation and therefore they also have a 10% EWS seat. So if you are an EWS candidate, irrespective of your domicile, you will be eligible for all India quota seats, you will be eligible for open seats, and you can avail this reservation. The only anomaly here is that AMU does not have a reservation for the open seats. It does not have among the central universities, that does not have a EWS reservation, and you have the rest, like the other seats which are based on specific eligibility criteria, like the 85% state quota seats for Delhi University and IP University seats. Some of those institutes under IP University and all the institutes under Delhi University, their state quota seats are also allotted through MCC. You also have the Pondicherry domicile seats under JIPMER which are allotted through MCC, and you also have the ESI insured persons quota. If you are a member of ESI, you are eligible for ESI seats for your wards. That quota is also allotted through All India Counselling. They also have central reservation, and therefore 10% of those seats, in case you are eligible for those seats, are also under EWS. So these are the set of seats that you can avail as far as EWS is concerned in All India Counselling. Now what did we say? There is a criteria for EWS seats. We look at the criteria. One, the candidate has to be a general candidate. Any candidate who falls under the SC/ST list as per as legally defined, or under the OBC non-creamy layer central list, the OBC central list basically, whether non-creamy layer or not, they are not eligible for this quota. They cannot avail this quota. Only those candidates who fall under general category, which is other than these categories, are eligible for this quota. This is the first criteria. Second criteria is that the gross annual income of the entire family, we'll come to the definition of family, but the entire family of the candidate should be below 8 lakhs for the last financial year. So now if we are getting into 2023, this would mean that between March 1, 2022 and April 1, 2022 and March 31st, 2023, there is an income for the family, right? That should not exceed 8 lakhs. What will be included as income? That is also clearly defined. This includes salary, agricultural income, business income, everything is included, unlike in OBC reservation where some of these are excluded. So all income is included. And the next criteria, we come to the next criteria, which is an asset criteria. So you have a category based criteria, you have an income based criteria, then you have an asset based criteria, what assets you own, will also define whether you are eligible or not. The family should not own or possess more than 5 acres of agricultural land. A residential should not own or possess a residential flat of 1000 square feet or above. And a residential, and as far as a residential plot is concerned, there are two criteria, one for municipalities and one for owning in other than notified municipalities. If it is a municipality, you should not, if you own a plot in a municipality, it should not be more than 100 square yards. And if you own a plot in any place other than a notified municipality, then it should not be more than 200 square yards. So this is the criteria. If you fall under all these criteria, all three you satisfy, as far as your family is concerned, one, you belong to the general category, second, less than 8 lakhs income in the last financial year, and third, all the criteria as far as assets are concerned. If you do not possess any of these, then you will be eligible for EWS. But here there is a definition of family that needs to be clarified, right? As far as EWS is concerned, the family will include the candidate's parents, siblings of the candidate who are below the age of 18. Also, if the candidate is married, the spouses and children, spouse income and the children's income which is below the age of, who are below the age of 18 is also included. So anybody in the family, including parents and the spouse and the children if they are below age of 18 is included, their income is included under the total income evaluation criteria or the asset evaluation criteria. So that is to be understood. Now where can the next question is how do I apply? So as far as NEET, what you see is a reference to the NEET UG 2022 application form. There under the category you will have to select general or general EWS as general EWS or EWS as it is mentioned. This year it might be a little different. We will wait for the prospectus. We will have to check on that. But don't miss out applying over here. If you miss out applying over here as EWS, you will not be able to change to general even if you come to know that you are eligible at a later point in time. What happens is many candidates miss out here, and because they are confused, they mention general here. They will not be able to change to EWS even if they come to know and are able to get an eligibility certificate at a later point in time. But in case you mention EWS here, last year there was an option to change from EWS to general category. That option may be available during registration. So it is always better that if you are confused to check whether you are eligible for EWS with the criteria, or if not, go with EWS. If you are not sure about your income for this financial year when you are applying, go ahead with EWS and then change to general at a later point in time. Now I understand the entire criteria. How do I go ahead and get an EWS certificate? First, there are three options. First option, go to an eSeva portal online. We'll try to share all the links of all eSeva portals over the in the description. Go to an eSeva portal, upload all the certificates that are required. We'll get the certificates. These are the certificates that are required. We'll not go through it in detail, but these are the usual certificates that are required, but this may vary based on your state. Upload all the eSeva certificates required in the eSeva portal, and then submit this entire application form, and within a few weeks you will be able to get your EWS certificate. While we say that this is possible, it is very difficult in a few states where a lot of information is required, because they ask for the income, the parents' income related details, the entire assets. Getting information on the assets is also a big challenge. And basically there is one part here where the income is measured based on the income certificate or the income tax return. Getting the income certificate needs to be taken from the revenue officer, like a tahsildar or above. So that is a little difficult. So you will have to, you may not be able to do that exactly through an eSeva portal in some of the states. So in that case, go to an eSeva center and apply through an eSeva center. They will help you out with the documents. They will have experience. They will also tell you which ones, if you get which ones, you will be able to get the certificate without any rejection. Third option is directly go to a tahsildar's office, check with them on what certificates are required. And in that case, there is a minor chance that usually they also give a digital certificate, like in the eSeva centers. There is a minor chance that otherwise you may get a signed hard copy. In that case, there should be a reference number, because some of the institutes while you are joining will ask for a reference number, because only a reference number means very clearly that this has gone through a government regulated validation, and then you get the certificate. So just check if you have a reference number. Just taking the hard copy of the format and then getting it signed by a tahsildar may not work if some institutes insist for a reference number for validation. What is a format? See, last year it was issued, a format was issued and candidates were asked to upload that at the time of registration. This year we are not sure how it will be, whether this format needs to be uploaded. They were also given an alternate option, we will come to that. But if the format is required, if a format is required to be uploaded, this is the format that you have. This is clearly the EWS format. But only thing is, when you go check with them, always check with the E-Seva Center or the Tahsildar's office that you need one which is based on central norms. Very few states, like let's say Kerala, have a difference in criteria for central EWS certificate and state EWS certificate. Central certificate is used for all India counseling. State certificate has a different, stricter norm for state level appointments and education related reservation. So you go there and check with them that I need certificate as per this criteria, which is the central criteria for EWS when you are applying, and then ask for it in this format. It will usually be in this format, which will mention this and the exact clauses and the criteria very clearly mentioned. It will have a signature of seal of the officer. If it is a digitally signed certificate, many candidates come and ask whether a digitally signed certificate is valid. It's absolutely valid, no issues at all. You can go ahead and use a digitally signed certificate. You will see that 90% of candidates have an EWS digitally signed certificate. Don't worry about the exact alignment, etc. If exactly 5 lines are here, 6 lines are here, no issues. As long as it has all your details, your name, pin code, etc. The criteria is central criteria, what we have mentioned in this in this entire session, and it clearly mentions that you do not belong to scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, or other backward classes central list. Then you will be able to that certificate is more than enough, and there is no alignment related issues like this line exists, this line is and this entire thing is in 2 lines or 5 lines, etc. And in case you don't get an EWS certificate, you don't need to worry about it. Last year candidates were allowed to upload a declaration at the time of registration saying that I'm eligible for EWS, but I know that I am supposed to get a certificate which was issued after 1st January 2022, this year 2023, but I don't have one now. I understand that I will be uploading, I'll need to upload it at a later point in time during admissions. In case I am not able to upload, my reservation benefits will not be available for me. So just upload this in the format, give your photograph and upload it in the registration. That should be more than enough. So this is entirely about EWS. In case you have any queries regarding EWS in your state or criteria, please put them in the comments. We will be able to help you out with the entire information for any state. We have been supporting candidates. Our Telegram group for NEET UG is available in the description. Every information, every query on Telegram is being addressed. Please join our Telegram group for accurate information and comprehensive information on NEET UG. We'll be clarifying every query of every candidate and every parent, and you can be self-assured that everything you need for getting the best seat will be available with you for NEET UG. All the best. Keep working hard. You will get the best seat that you deserve.